Welcome to the Why Did I Get Cancer podcast. I'm Deborah Herlax-Enos, a small-town girl turned TV nutritionist and healthy living expert. I design health programs for the average guy or gal, including those average guys named Metallica. On September 1st, 2020, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I asked every oncologist the same question, why did I get cancer? But none of my doctors had good answers for me. I wanted answers, and that's why I started this podcast. I want to help you to lower your cancer risk and provide self-care tips for those in the battle. I'm getting answers, and I want to share them with you.
Welcome to my first video podcast. What I'm going to show you today are some of I think there's 9. I just counted. There's 9 switches that I've made in just my daily life, items that I use, that I wanted to share them with you because I feel like they've made a really big difference to do a switch. Why did I make switches? Because I don't want cancer again. And I want to reduce my toxin load. I want to reduce my inflammation. I want to sleep better. I want all the things. And so these are the top 9 items that I've switched over the last couple of years. Some of them I've been a fan of for a really long time, and I'll call those out. But I think I'm going to start with this really cool item. It's called AccuShield. And basically is a blue light screen protector. And the more blue light, especially that you see at night, it reduces your melatonin production. If you're low in melatonin production, you're not going to be sleeping. And the unfortunate side effect of that is that low melatonin has been linked to different types of cancer, including breast cancer, which is what I had. So I love the AccuShield. I have it on my iPad, I have it on my phone, and on my laptop. So consider investing in this product. Wave Block is amazing. I showed them to you, but I'm actually wearing them right now. So I love the AirPods, but what I don't like is the radiation that's going into my head when I'm using the AirPods. So Ben Salem, who created this product, it basically is a little wraparound tape that can wrap around your AirPods. I don't know if you can see that, but there you go. It's just really easy. It goes around your AirPods. It knocks the radiation down by 96%. He has numerous really well-done studies that shows that it really knocks the radiation down. I'm a huge fan of this product. I found him somehow. I don't know how the Instagram ads happen. But I got an Instagram ad talking about Wave Block, and I called him because I just thought it was too good to be true. And he talked me through it, and I was sold. So those are my 2 technology items that I love. Let's move into some body stuff. I am a new fan of castor oil. And I mentioned this to doctors or people on my oncology team, and they're like, castor oil, what is that for? First of all, it's an ancient remedy. There's no toxins in it. And what I love about it is it knocks down inflammation. And so this is a product, the brand is called Queen of the Thrones, wink, wink, because it also helps you to go to the bathroom, hence the whole throne. I think that's what that's all about. That's my take on it anyway. So it's organic castor oil in glass, which is really, really important. And the whole thing comes with this castor oil pack. And so years ago, I hurt my knee skiing. I never got surgery because I didn't have any money. And I was working more than full time, so I couldn't take time off. So I have to baby my knee a lot. So what I'll do is I'll put castor oil on this pack, wrap it around my knee and tie it up. And I might sleep in it or just wear it after I go for a big hike or something. And it really helps to knock the inflammation down. I'm super impressed with this product. I like the little cloth that comes with it because it's almost like a plastic on the outside. So it doesn't get, it's a little messy. Wear an old t-shirt when you go to bed if you wear this, or, sleep in sheets you don't love. But I really like this brand. Again, Queen of the Thrones. And then bonus, I will use this castor oil. If I've got a lot of flyaways, I'll put it on the end of my hair. If my skin is super dry, I might rub it on my cuticles. No toxins. So love that product. As long as we're sticking with body and face, this is a product I've actually been a huge fan of for probably 15 years. We were in Palm Springs. Youngest daughter was with us, and she was, 11th grade. So this was a while ago, so 10 years plus. And I came across this brand. It's called the Body Deli, and it's made in the Palm Desert area. And I've never had great skin. Nobody's ever complimented me on my skin, but they do now. So what I use is I use this rose geranium cleanser, and then I use this rose heavy duty moisturizer. And they also have another product out right now, and it's an oil for your skin. Phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. It's all natural, no toxins. They actually grow a lot of their own plants to make these products. I've spoken with them on the phone so many times because I have questions for them, and they've answered my questions about their products. They stand behind them. If you don't love something, you send it back. Anyway, huge fan of the Body Deli. I think that's it for body, except let's talk about these oils. Got to put my glasses on so I can read them to you. So the brand is called Vibrant Blue Oils. I'm a huge fan. I have been for probably about 3 years. You've heard me talk about them. But what I love about the company is that they actually make formulas for specific things. So this is one that's for sleep. And I think this one, you put it on the bottom of your feet before bed, and the skin, I guess, on your bottom of your feet is really absorbent, and it can really help you to fall asleep. So that's one of my favorites. This Calm one, I absolutely love. So sometimes I'll just put this on a cotton ball and even stick it in my bra. And then I'm kind of smelling this wonderful, very calming scent for the rest of the day. So I really like that one. Parasympathetic, actually, this is Circadian Rhythm. Took my glasses off, so I can't read it. Circadian Rhythm. And this helps to really reset your circadian rhythm, a lot like going outside first thing in the morning, walking on wet grass. It's kind of grounding, earthing. So this also helps to reset your circadian rhythm. So let's say you get up at 7. The intention with resetting your circadian rhythm is that you should be tired again in 12 to 14 hours, and then you get to go to bed again. So I use this oil quite a bit actually when I'm traveling, especially if I'm changing time zones. And then the final one that I really love, parasympathetic blend. When we are in parasympathetic mode, we're calm, we're peaceful, we're really zen, and that's a great place to be. When we're in a sympathetic, which makes it seem like, oh, I'm so sympathetic. No, sympathetic nervous system is not a good thing. It means you're releasing a lot of cortisol and other stress hormones. Maybe you're having a hard time breathing. Your breathing's really shallow. You want to be in the parasympathetic. What I love about this blend is it helps me to get there. So when you buy these oils, they come with a little map of, okay, if it's parasympathetic, I'm supposed to put it right here on my neck near my vagus nerve, not Las Vegas, vagus nerve. Whole different thing. We'll talk about that another time. So put this on your neck, and it helps to just calm you down, get you into more of a relaxed place, zen place. I will often do that if, I get a bad phone call, or, maybe I've just listened to way too much news. That is a really good blend for me to be using. So, okay, I think that's the end of the body stuff. Let's talk about food. So first of all, I'm a huge fan of tea. Maybe not so much in the summer. It's just too hot, and I like hot tea. I don't necessarily like cold tea. But one thing I'm trying to get away from is the tea bags. They are often made with plastic. You've heard me preach about this before. We are, at this point, according to Dr. Lee Aaron Keneally, ingesting a credit card size of plastic every day. And when I interviewed her last year, she said the only way to get plastic out of your body is to basically filter your blood. I think most of us don't have the ability to go to a place where we're going to get our blood filtered. So let's figure out ways in our personal life to reduce our plastic load. So instead of using the tea bags, I'm now going to real tea, where I actually put the loose leaf tea inside of here. And then I can drink on this all day long, and it's fantastic. So I have to tell you about my favorite new tea company, and they ship, and I'm having all these products linked in the show notes, and a lot of them I have coupons. So great for Christmas shopping, Black Friday, and so on. The name of the tea company is Everything Tea. It's based in the Pacific Northwest. It's a mother-son company. I love that aspect. I talked to her last week. We talked through some of her teas. She's got a lot of organic blends, which of course are the ones that I'm going to be buying, but she's got some for menopause. She's got some for immune boosting. anxiety, sleep. I mean, it's really just an incredible tea company. So I'm highly recommending this tea company. And again, get the really nice tea kettle. Don't get plastic, get glass. And then I've got this little thing and I could just put my loose tea leaves in there and drink it all day long. So I don't like cold tea. I don't like cold coffee. I just don't like room temperature. I want it hot and steaming. It should be like that for the whole 20 minutes it takes me to drink it. So you know what I have to do? I've got this to put on top of my tea. This is a company. I'm actually going to link it. Charles Venison, I think. Not venison, that's a deer. Venison. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them from their website. Again, I'm going to link it. So I pour my coffee in the morning, pop that on, and it doesn't come off. You have to actually lift it off the side. So I actually use these in my food prep also because, again, it's got an airtight seal. Keeps my coffee hot, keeps my tea really hot. One thing I learned from Dr. Tom O'Brien during our podcast, he said, when you go to Starbucks or a place like that, and you put that plastic cover on your coffee or tea to keep it warm, what happens is the steam comes up, it hits that plastic, and then it dumps all that plastic junk back into the liquid, and then you're consuming even more plastic. So go with the silicone. These are really good. I'm a huge fan, and I've honestly been using those for about 10 years. Salt I'm a huge fan of salt. I could probably do without sugar, but salt is my jam. I like this Redmond real salt. I like that it's harvested in the U.S. It's just a really great product. I do probably oversalt my food a little bit, but I like to know that I'm getting nutrients. And this is, again, a really good, clean brand. It's out of Utah, I think. Again, Redmond Real Salt. Big fan. Last but not least, ButcherBox. So this is a home delivery of small farm grass-fed beef and lamb and grass-finished and fed. They've got poultry. They have lots of varieties of fish. What I like about ButcherBox, as a farm girl, I have plucked my share of chickens, and I know the amount of work it goes into harvesting protein. And what I love about ButcherBox is it's all small family farms, and so they're sourcing their protein from places that they know. And not to gross you out, but when an animal is harvested in the wrong way, meaning, it's big commercial feedlots, they get really stressed. It shoots, a lot of cortisol, a lot of stress hormones into the meat. It can change the taste of the meat and it can change the texture. So I maybe don't eat meat at every meal like I used to, but I still have animal protein daily. And I want it to be extremely good quality. So ButcherBox, I thought when I first heard about ButcherBox that it was probably going to be a little bit more than I wanted to spend. But I have to tell you, they have specials every month. There's coupon codes, and I find that the price is a lot lower than I expected. And I love the convenience. I love the way it's shipped and just great packaging that is pretty much all recyclable. So anyway, huge fan. I'm a new fan to ButcherBox, but a huge fan already. Oh, one more thing that I love. I love bacon. Told ya, farm girl. But what I don't like about buying bacon at local markets is it has nitrates and nitrites in it, which have definitely been linked to a variety of different cancers. I told you I started this podcast because I want to find out how to not get cancer again. And so that's something I'm really avoiding now is nitrates and nitrites. And in my first box, I got bacon and it didn't have any of the junk in it and it tasted great. So I'm a happy girl. So again, these are my top 9 swaps. Check out today's show notes and you're going to see the websites so you can buy all these goodies, give it to friends, give it to family for Christmas. And I'll also have a lot of coupon codes on there as well so you can get a really nice discount. Thanks for tuning in. See you soon.
I know the farmer side of food. I grew up on a little farm. I raised chickens. I named my chickens. So I know the humane treatment of animals can really impact the nutrition of the protein. Honestly, this is one of the reasons why I love ButcherBox so much. I'm new to the ButcherBox family. I got to tell you, at first I thought, home delivery of meat, that's probably going to be outside my budget. But I got to tell you, I was shocked by the price. It's a great deal. And I love that I get to choose what's in my box. And I know the protein that's in the box is produced by small family farmers who really care about the humane treatment of animals. And that is one of my driving forces when it comes to consuming protein. What I also love about my ButcherBox box that just arrived is the high quality. I love that I can choose grass-fed. All of their protein is grass-fed. I may not eat a lot of protein, but when I do, I want it to be as high a quality as I can possibly afford. And this is why I'm loving ButcherBox. Many of you also know that I'm a big fan of bacon, and it doesn't take a lot of bacon to really flavor a meal, so I use it on a pretty regular basis. Biggest problem for me is that most bacon that you're going to buy at a supermarket contains nitrites and nitrates, which gives color and extends the shelf life, but it also increases my risk of cancer. No, thank you. Black Friday, it's real, and ButcherBox is making an amazing offer to my listeners, and it's their best steak deal. Free ribeyes for a year plus $20 off of your first order. So you get 2 10-ounce ribeyes free in every box for an entire year. I've got to tell you, I've had their ribeyes and they are incredible. So go to butcherbox.com/Enos and then use the code ENOS20 to get your free ribeyes for a year plus $20 off your first order. And then invite me over for dinner. Thank you for joining me today on the Why Did I Get Cancer podcast. I've got my shopping guide for all of my cancer self-care items in the show notes, along with information about today's guest and our show sponsors. And don't forget to subscribe to my podcast so you never miss an episode. Keep in mind, I'm not a doctor. I'm just a gal that got diagnosed with cancer and wanted answers. If you need medical advice, please be sure to consult with a medical professional. And thank you for listening.